You're streaming. Close this.
Let me hit record.
Alright. We are getting situated. So bear with us this morning. We have a picture, we have a live, we have... It says we are live, so we will see. Brazen's here and says happy Friday.
Hey, Brazen,
I
happy
saw
Friday.
the Bowie preview. Congratulations on another job well done, my friends.
Oh, thank you. That was just for you guys. That was just for the subscribers. So, shh.
Allie's there, Gail's there. Let the 90s time warp begin, says Gail.
Yeah. I was very surprised at who won overwhelmingly for A.
Yeah, I don't care for them. But apparently a lot of people do. Hello, what are you painting?
I am painting Angus Young,
Who is?
the guitarist for ACDC.
There you go. Molly098 sent you a tip and said, how do you feel about using AI images as reference?
Oh, thank you. I made a video on that. I actually, I don't do it, but I actually found it very interesting. I don't have any moral objections to use it for reference, especially to you know, kind of get you to help you with your ideas and imagination.
Okay. Bright Art says, hi Scott, I'm doing a stop motion project for film and I'm calling my studio name Sava Studios.
Oh, is there, do you have a Sava in the family or something, or?
Yeah, I thought that was a little interesting. Good morning from Maryland, Jalissa says.
Good morning.
Dr. Discord says, who won? Lots of people say who won.
ACDC, which was very surprising because they were really kind of a 70s band.
Correct.
They had a hit in the 70s, they had a hit in the 80s, and they had a hit in the 90s. So you can't fault them for that. But they won by, I think it was like 20-something thousand votes. And the nearest one was... I wrote it down. Actually, Bethany could probably say. Actually, hold on a second. I have it here. Aerosmith with 6,500. Then Alice in Chains with 5,300. Aqua with 5,000. Alanis Morissette with 5,000. Etc. Etc. So, I mean, they won overwhelmingly.
How did these people even know them? I mean, it's like they're just... I don't know.
What do you mean by these people?
The people on our things seem...
You're saying they're uneducated?
No, I'm saying they're young. Like, it just doesn't seem
A lot
like...
of them aren't young.
Okay, well, AC/DC does not seem like a 90s band to me.
No,
I'm sorry.
They totally didn't.
You can say...
I definitely thought it was going to be Alice in Chains.
You can
Though
say
Alanis
anything you want.
Morissette would have been a good one, too.
I don't see it at them as a 90s band. I don't see it. And I'm older than a lot of you, or 99% of you, so I'm right. And I don't see it. Vicky wants to know where you get your paints from.
I usually get them from either Plaza Art or a local art store or Blick.
So Pito says, hey Scott and Donna, sorry to start on a sad note, but this question won't get out of my head. How much stress makes a strong flower?
A strong flower? I don't know. The only thing I know about flour is I will, make a pizza every once in a while, but...
Not that kind of flower.
Oh, I know nothing about is it botany? Is that what flowers are?
Yes, botany.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think it's a metaphor, dear.
I'm even worse at metaphors. I'm sorry. This is not really my
your forte.
My forte.
Anyway, I think you need to ask yourself where your stress is coming from and how you can mitigate it. Hello from South Africa. You helped me a lot with my art.
Oh, hello. Thank you.
Good afternoon from Germany. Steph Nerd's here.
Hey, Steph Nerd.
So no, I mean Brazen said, "Where are our belovely mods this morning?"
Oh.
They all have lives and do this for free with us. So
I was wondering if you guys want to see the mods. They're actually in the video with the Binturong. You can see them petting the Binturong's tail.
it is morning here. It is 9:07 in the morning. Metaphorical flower. They're talking about how much stress it takes to they're talking about stress is what they're talking about. How you deal with stress in life.
There's a lot of ways that we deal with stress. One is therapy, another is medication, another is
Yelling.
That's how some of you do it.
Mm-hmm.
But the other one is I take myself out of stressful situations. I give myself the power to say no, the power to walk away, the power to not let somebody make me upset. You have to reinforce that power that you have to take yourself out of situations. And I know when you're younger, it's really hard, but start to assert your power over yourself and put yourself in positions and in places, whether it's putting on headphones, whether it's walking away, whether it is letting things go. That's your power to get rid of that stress. That's helped me a lot, is just saying, I don't have to do this thing. I don't have to let this thing bother me. And that's been really helpful for me. Okay. I think we're going to start painting. Oh, in case you guys didn't see the picture, this is the photo. Hold on, I cropped it. Let me get the... This is a cropped image of one of the albums. So that's Angus Young, the guitars.
Okay. Anne Marie's here and Jamie's here. Let's see.
We're going to go with orange today.
How do you get better at sketching? I'm a bit younger and I would love to practice.
There are a couple of playlists that you should look at. One of them is Draw Everything Every Day, and the other one is the 1 minute figure drawing. That is how I got better. Again, everybody's going to have, well, this worked for me, this worked for me. It's the same thing as in anything in life. No one thing works well for everybody. But if you're asking me, this is what helped me, was drawing everything every day, and figure drawing really helped me with proportions and things like that.
What's your favorite thing to sketch when you're bored?
An eyeball.
Francis asks, does Angus really classify as the 90s since ACDC started in 1973 and
Right?
Highway to Hell is from 79?
Right? But you know what? Thunderstruck was 1990. I looked it up, and it was a big hit. Highway to Hell was the 70s. Darn it, what was their big hit in the 80s?
I have no idea. I don't listen to AC/DC.
You do.
I don't. You know how I am with bands? I don't remember who sings what. I don't know. I can barely get out of bed in the morning. You want me to remember a band?
This one. Hold on.
yeah. Okay.
See?
But I would never know, like...
I know.
I don't put two and two
but
together.
When that song comes on, you start singing.
All right, well, that's one. Name another one of theirs that I like.
I'm not going to go there. All right, ready for the blow dryer?
No. Hold on. Okay, now you can blow dry.
Okay, so one thing I want to talk about.
No, it's Ria's having an issue with the polls. We'll check on that after the live, okay?
All right, so if you remember, I started out the Kurt Cobain in blue, and it came out a little cooler. Can you see it? Is what I'm...
Yes, I can see
Okay,
it.
so it came out a little cooler. So I'm going to start off Angus Young in orange, and it should overall come out a little warmer. Even though I'll put darker colors, I'll put blues in there. You know, I put pinks and I put oranges and I put reds in here, but the overall piece has a coolness to it. And so for me, I'm thinking he was from the Pacific Northwest. It was very kind of cold, you know, kind of thing. Whereas literally their album cover is Highway to Hell. So I figured it's hot. And so
It's hot in hell,
Yeah.
supposedly. We currently have art block, says Vincenza. Do you have any suggestions? Love from Italy.
Oh, gosh, you are in the perfect place to have art block. Go and look at some of the masters. Go and walk around some of the statues. Go and draw some of the buildings, architecture. I mean, there's so much.
And we're jealous that you're in Italy and we're not.
Yeah.
What a great place to have art block.
Yeah.
Jeez. I would love to have art block. Do you ever paint your feelings? Why or why not? Also, how do you find your personal art style?
I don't paint my feelings. I don't know how to.
You did.
When?
Your brain. Your
I
brain
did a
one.
self-portrait, but it wasn't my feelings.
I beg to differ.
Well, you can't.
It was
You're
a lot
allowed
of
to. I
it
will
was a
give
lot
you
of
that.
feelings on there.
Well, I didn't put any feelings on there, but if you interpret feelings, I love that for you. But I
Your
don't...
condescension is
No,
annoying.
I'm serious. I think it's wonderful. I just don't see it. That's all.
You don't think you're an emotional person, and it drives me bananas.
You're not thinking you're emotional makes me emotional.
Correct. 100%. Jeez. May we see the photo you're working from, please? I was hoping for Aerosmith, but Angus is good. Hey, it was a vote. It was a poll.
I just showed it, but here, I'll show it again. It is here. And I flipped it. So what I did was I flipped it because I liked the upturned curl of the lip. So I took that side and I flipped it to this side. So I can look at it. I've got it up on the screen over here so I can, get my proportions and everything.
J. Robert Dean says, Donna, according to my wife, deals with stress by opening packages. That's not a far cry from the truth. Steph, you're funny. Did you see the new David Fincher movie?
No, I don't really know. I know he's a director, but I don't know what he does.
Do you have recommendations? This is Criara. Of a mixed media, I'm assuming notebook that's hardcover. I'm struggling to find one right now.
I have a hard time with mixed media because, I like my sketchbooks to have a purpose, but I love my Be Creative sketchbook. It's for watercolor, but they do make a mixed media one. I remember Ohuhu had a good one too. Oh, and the one I just tried was a pretty good one with the tear out pages from
Artex. Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at my video from last week, the one with Ozzy Osbourne, that was a pretty good sketchbook.
You did like that one, and you did use a lot of stuff on that one, and it did not bleed through. But the pages are tear-out pages, so if you want a notebook with the pages aren't going to.
But it has that whole lie flat thing too.
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting.
The lie flat thing was cool. What kind of brush are you using?
I'm using the Etchrolabs flat brushes. And now for some Payne's Gray.
Apollo is in Greece, and they are having some terrible changes to the weather. Yesterday we had warmish weather, and today it rained cats and dogs.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, but the cool thing is, your name is Apollo and you live in Greece.
Correct.
So, you kind of...
Well, their screen name is Apollo. That might be their first
but I'm just
name.
saying, you're kind of living the life.
Apollo is what he wanted to name one of our children.
Maximus and Apollo would have been a cool names for twin boys.
Until they gotten themselves beaten to death on the playground.
No one beats Maximus and Apollo.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah.
They would rule the playground.
Ugly Phase is hitting hard, says Allie. I don't think this is hitting as hard as the Kurt Cobain Ugly Phase. Or the Ozzy Osbourne Ugly Phase.
Well, I haven't even gotten close to the Ugly Phase. This is just the opening salvo. It's going to get much worse.
Let's see. It's not letting me vote. Okay, Bethany says the polls are getting pummeled right now, guys. So if you can't vote, just take a breath, get yourself a nice cup of tea or some coffee, and come back and vote later. We appreciate you.
Yeah, right now I am just kind of getting in some of the lights and shadows.
Let's see. Wasn't Aerosmith already in the 80s music alphabet?
They were. And I think ACDC was too.
No, they weren't.
Yeah. I just played you a song from the 80s that you knew.
They weren't in the alphabet that you
were.
did, the poster.
They weren't. Neither was Aerosmith. But I mentioned them.
Oh, you mentioned them. Oh, no. I thought you meant it was in the alphabet poster. And I'm like, I have rolled so many of those posters, and it is not on there.
And yet you thought Aerosmith was A.
No, that was but still. I'm tired. You're annoying me today. All right.
I didn't do anything.
Did you tell everybody what paintbrush you're using?
Yes.
Good. What's your favorite thing to draw when you don't have any specific inspiration?
Something that I'm seeing. Like I'll draw a salt and pepper shaker or a car or whatever's in front of me.
Ryan says, I love you, Scott. I love ACDC and I love this painting, but I think you might get some pushback on them being a 90s band.
I totally agree. But either someone wrote a bot to send 20,000 votes to ACDC, or because I mean they were 5 times or 4 times, you know,
the next
nearest
one.
Yeah. So we'll keep an eye out to make sure people aren't abusing it. But
and keep in mind, Scott still reserves the right to paint what he wants.
Yeah. But blow dryer.
Hold on. Let me wait. Okay. Aerosmith is number 2.
Yeah.
Can I go back to live streaming now?
Yeah, sorry.
Some of the letters in the poll game. Okay, there's probably a million of you going to the polls right now. Bethany says it's really busy, so just give it a minute and go back and vote. It's fine. And Jamie says, Scott, you are a very emotional person. Both of you are, but that's why I love you, because I am too. He doesn't think he is, but here we are. Have you ever struggled with fantasy character legs?
I struggle with every character legs. I'm not really... Yeah.
And hands.
And hands.
You're not so bad with shoes, but actual feet, that's a problem.
Like, I'm okay with gloves, believe it or not. But hands, I just...
Oh, gloves are easy. Gail says, I love the 80s series because it spoke to the young kid in me, but I've got to be honest, I'm more invested in this series because from 93 to 96, I was in high school. Oh, Gail, we were married in 93. You youngin'. Have you always been good at art? No, he hasn't. He's been practicing for almost 50 years, you guys. Do not measure yourself by Scott. If you are just starting out, please don't do that.
So basically, if you want to know, I, at a young age, showed a gift for drawing what I could see.
And he's so humble about it.
And my mom and my dad, they encouraged me. Mainly because that was something that made me happy, and it was something I was good at. And they saw something and they encouraged it. From then on, it was all practice. From that point on, practice, going to art school, etc., etc. So all I had was a gift to do one thing, and then the rest of it was just so. You don't need that little gift. You don't need that. That just gave me like a little head start. Is all it did. Literally anyone can make art.
Or so we're told.
Yeah.
Remember, Grandma Moses didn't start painting till she was 80.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes feel the need to relearn certain things about art? Because there are times I'm trying to draw something, but it looks off, so I try to relearn that thing, or I will try something different. That's crafty animation.
Yeah, I think we're always kind of, we go back and forth between going, I got this, I figured it out, I understand it. And then, a week later we're like, nope, lost it, or I never had it. And I think that's just, I think that's life. Sometimes we feel like we understand life. We understand how the world works, and then we realize that we don't. But I think the fact that we keep trying is what's most important.
Been a rough year, Dalton. Let's see. You're impressed I can pronounce it. You're cute. Is the Artec sketchbook really that good? Because I want to do watercolor without it crinkling up.
Again, if you were trying to do watercolor, I would 100% get the Be Creative book. That is my favorite. It is wonderful.
Is the Artex one cheaper than the Be Creative? Let me see. Do we remember what we said about how much that was?
I don't. I do know that the Be Creative is only $14. So it's not like it's a huge expense.
Okay. Let me see if I can find the Artex notebook.
The link should be on the site under products we've tried.
Jay Robertine says, Scott, quote, Maximus and Apollo don't get beaten up on the playground, unquote. And then my wife, quote, the expletive they don't, Scott, unquote. That was my whole point. Your wife gets me. Hello. Let's see. Can you try some really cheap alcohol markers?
I did.
There's a whole marker playlist.
Yeah. The cheapest ones that I tried, I really like were the Art Beak ones.
Yeah.
And it's like you get 80 of them for like $30 or something. It's really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay,
All right, I'm going to do what I always do. After I get to a point where I'm like, I don't know what to do, I'll just start with the eye.
Okay, that Artex sketchbook that you had, it's an A5 size, which is 8.5 by 5.5. It's $15.99.
So yeah, so if you were just doing watercolor, I would say get the Be Creative. It's cheaper and it's infinitely better. But if you're going to do mixed medium and you want to tear your pages out, then I would say that's a good one to do.
Mm-hmm. It just depends on what you're personally looking for, honestly.
Yeah.
You know? Did you Tony asks, did you enjoy art class as a teenager? Like, I love doing art, but sometimes art class is so demotivating.
I think I both liked it and didn't like it just because it was school. But it was definitely better than all of my other classes. So it was kind of like I'd rather be in art class just listening to, because my teacher would put on music and we would just listen to 80s music because it was the 80s and make art, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Blow dryer.
Oh, hold on. Oh, Ryan, that was not directed at you at all. That was just directed at numerous other comments, so that was not directed at you. Have I seen seen enough red pandas? The answer to that is no. Do I want to go to Nepal and rescue red pandas? The answer to that would be yes. They have eco trips where you can actually pay to go and help save red pandas. Would I do that? Absolutely.
They have eco trips where you can go to Nepal and save red pandas. Would she go? Absolutely. No, you said it was an eco trip, so.
Oh, wow. That's going to get a groan this morning. Whoa.
I always say eco, because it's ecological, isn't it? Blow dryer.
Hold on. We got to move the cursor. Oh, Gail, you're so sweet. Dark chocolate is indeed the best way to go. Actually, any chocolate's the best way to go.
All right, time for a test.
Of what?
You ready for this?
Oh, no. Oh, God, you guys, what's he going to do? Are you grabbing a bottle of ink or something?
No,
what are you doing?
I'm grabbing this sketchbook. We are going to try out, I got a couple new blacks.
No. You can't try black on beige paper.
This, to see how it is.
No, that doesn't work. You got to try it on white paper.
Well, I got white too, so I want to
Well, bring out a piece of white paper.
No, so I got this Liquitex Acrylic Gouache.
Okay, so let's preface this by saying we went to Plaza Art yesterday because he was looking for some paint, the yellow cadmium-free whatever, and spent a bajillion hours talking to the people there about which paint would be best for the blackest black of the paints. As I'm texting Bethany from the art store. What was the name of that paint again? If you could meet one artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
Ooh. It's...
I thought you said you were trying the black.
I know, but I figured I'd try the white first because that way the water's going to get really, really muddy.
No. Give me that. Give me the lid. Give me a little piece of paper because you're going to get yuckied all over the place.
Well, there's going to be more, so...
I know. I will come back with another thing.
Just leave it here. No, just leave it over here.
Okay. All right. Ooh, I got white paint on my finger. White enough. I don't need to be any more white.
All right.
Get out
so
mine already.
I'm going to do that.
We're getting a lot of glare. We can't really see that very well. Nope. Look, it's blown out.
I don't think I can do any.
Maybe can you angle it?
Let me put this cap back on. And then...
Are you sure that little dot in the cap's not supposed to be doing something?
Nope, I'm not sure of anything.
Okay.
Alright,
As long
and
as we're
then...
clear on that.
Let me see here. This has a lot of color on it already. Let me get some white gouache. Do I have some here? I don't think...
We're going a different way today, guys. We're just going to try everything today. So I'll tell you a small story while he's doing this. So we pull up to Plaza Art, and I said, oh, there's no parking spaces. Hi, Ellen. And Scott, I said, jump out of the car, go inside, and I'll park. So he gets out of the car. He's like, no, I'll wait on the curb, closes the door. And he said, and he's not even up to the curb yet. He's walking across the parking lot, and this kid goes, Scott, are you Scott Sub? I swear to you.
He was one of
he works there.
Yeah. Wonderful person. I wish I remembered names because I'm horrible with names.
You really are, and I was in the car. I didn't hear the name.
And helped me out later on. If you're listening, Donna calls everybody a kid because she's so old. So.
I am, and I do, and you were very sweet, and we love coming to Plaza. It's not because you know Scott, but we love coming to Plaza because everybody there is really nice. Yeah. And they put up with him asking 4 million questions. I literally just wander around with pens in my hand and wait for him to get all his questions answered. That was my yesterday afternoon. But they were super excited, so.
It was
cute.
Yeah, so this is regular gouache. This is the Liquitex acrylic brush. I actually have.
It is really hard to see it. It is super blown out. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
You could lift it up. Just lift up the paper a little bit so we can see the difference.
It doesn't feel like it's closing.
Scott's never in the chat, but I'm reading the chat. Michaela, so if you have a question, go ahead and put it in and I'll read it to him.
Is that better?
Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's better.
All right, so I'll tilt it on the back of that. How's that? Okay. And then
a little bit better.
Just for reference, here is a Uniball Signo.
Oh, show me that other pen you got. Where's the other one?
It's right here, honey.
Oh, you have it. Okay.
Yeah.
So we were talking to them about Scott's white lining pen, and they suggested this.
It's not very white.
It might work when you put it on top of
All right,
painting.
so this is the black, because I'm trying to do... I want a blacker black, because I don't think the gouache is really doing it. So let's see here.
Oh boy. There's a whole playlist, Dr. Beaky, of alcohol markers, and in that playlist there are tons of tips. So check out the playlist.
All right, so this is the Liquitex.
Oh, you meant is the kid from the art store in the chat? I don't know. If you're in the chat, say hi. Looks white to me. Do you draw full bodies too?
Yeah, I do. Okay, now I've got my... I found in my drawer super opaque black that I bought.
Are you kidding? You had that in the drawer?
Yeah, it's my acrylic gouache.
Oh, it's acrylic gouache. You know what? That means it's going to be shiny, and you weren't looking for shiny.
No, it's acrylic gouache.
So, still shiny, right?
Nope.
Oh, it's
acrylic
not?
gouache is not shiny.
But it's coming out of the tube shiny.
Oh, yeah. And then it'll dry.
Oh, okay.
And then I have jet black, which I bought over at Blick.
Blick or Plaza?
Plaza, sorry.
Okay. We have to remember where we've been. Okay, is it just me?
Look at this paintbrush.
You're so irritated.
I hate
Is that the Pitt Artist Pen white? No, that was a Faber-Castell pen. The white one that you tried.
And then I'm going to do gouache, just regular gouache.
Happy Sloth asks, this is a random question, but would you say there are similarities with writer's block and artist block?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there are.
Scott's been drawing since he was about 6 or 7, but he's only been painting since his early 40s. And yes, Brazen is correct. You clearly were in chaos mode today. Mega Talking Pets, there's a video on perspective in the Art Hacks playlist. Hi Scott, it's me, Adam. Did you tell Plaza about the letter I sent?
Not only did I tell
Haha, yeah, here we go. Is it underneath the desk? In the little cubby?
Not only did I tell them, Adam, but I showed them, and they loved it so much they asked if they could keep it. And so I let them have it. They're going to hang it up.
They have a board where they post letters that people have sent in, and they absolutely loved it and said, can we put it up on our board? It makes our employees so happy when they see things like that.
So thank you.
Scott is not going to try calligraphy. Has Scott ever made you draw before? Yes. Let's see. Oh, I just opened another cup of tea. So yes, I do need a refill, and I'm working on the next one. MJ says, thanks for the live today. I got sick with COVID and you're making it so much better. I'm sorry. Please take care of yourself.
Apparently I'm out of black gouache.
How is that humanly possible?
I don't know. So, anyways, all right, let's blow dry. Ready?
Oh, hold on. Okay, go ahead. Is there advice for beginner watercolors and watercolor paper on the channel? There are lots of videos, Willow, on watercolor and how to work with watercolor paper and the differences between the different papers. Scott's done a lot of videos on that. So, check out the Art Hacks playlist, and then if you have more in-depth questions after you've checked out those videos, let us know. Apparently, J. Robert, that he says it. So, Robert and I have a question. Acrylic gouache dries to a matte finish?
Yes.
Okay.
I did a video on that. So, acrylics are glossy.
Okay.
Acrylic gouache are matte finish, but you can't lift them up like acrylics.
Right, because it's acrylic.
And then gouache is matte as well, but you can lift it up.
Okay.
And watercolors are transparent. Now, can you guys see these?
Yes.
Look at how much more darker these two are than this one. This was the acrylic, the Liquitex one. Mm-hmm. But look at how much darker that is. Can you guys see the
Oh, yeah. Well, you look here on the screen. It looks darker.
Yeah.
I mean, significantly darker. Which one is that? That's the
That's the
acrylic
super
gouache, the
black.
super black. Okay.
One that I forgot that I owned. So
yeah, which
super
is-
opaque black. But even so, the jet black is this one feels a
we
little
can't
darker.
see both of those tubes. Move it over. There you go.
Feels a little darker than the acrylic gouache. And of course, the black gouache, I had to reactivate it. I can't find anymore. So I think I'm going to have to just... So what I want to do, to go back to this, is when I do the...
It's chaos today, people. It's chaos today.
When I'm doing something like, a face, I want to put the whitest whites and the darkest darks in the eyes. That's just, I want your eye to go to that. Because if there's black everywhere, there's no focal point. And so everything else is not a pure black. Not even this outline, though it kind of is because the black wasn't as dark. But that's kind of what I want to do. Is that, so I was looking for a black that is, look at how black that black is. Mm-hmm. So I think what I'll do is I'll just keep this out. I'll just take that just for the pupil. And then the whites, I could just keep, any white I think will be fine out of the tube. And then do that. So that's why I went and was looking for that. But I think I had the answer with me all along.
Throw that over here and I'll throw it away. I got it.
Yeah, I gotta get more water. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Let me...
Throw this way. You gotta get in here. We're doing chaos today, guys. We have seen the Harry Potter movies, and we liked them.
The
if you could meet one artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
yeah,
and why?
Yeah, I was answering that at some point, saying that I don't know if meeting an artist would do anything for me, because it's not like there's questions I would have for them or anything like that. So that's the part that's the question that I'm having is, there are artists that I like their work, but what are you looking for?
I was going to change the water for you. You said you needed to change the water.
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay.
I don't know if, here you go.
Okay.
If I am going to, I think I would rather meet Robin Williams than one of my favorite artists, is what I'm saying. Because I just think, so, how are those paintbrushes? Oh, I bet you really like drawing this. I don't, conversationally, I don't know if I would get much out of it. So I think for me, it is just, I think it would be a very boring thing. I don't know. And that's all on me, being a very boring person. So I found a little bit of water on the table, and now I'm trying to get rid of some of this, because Donna took my water away. But, yeah. All right. so let's see. I wasted a bit of time. It's already 9:40. And I've got a lot of work to do to get this done. But I think I get Angus Young done.
Okay. It's cold out there. It's nice and sunny in here.
Yeah.
It's cold today.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's really wet. Be careful. Okay, what else we got going on? You want to meet an artist. I would want to meet Jane Austen.
I don't know. I wonder if people think about what would you say, because I got a chance to meet Ian McKellen and it was.
Well, honey, you're awkward anyway.
Yeah, everything I do is awkward. I know.
I would love to know, like, how did you see these things in society, and where did you, who did you base these characters on, and what were you thinking when you were writing this?
I just sat awkwardly.
How hard was it to write this using a pen, and look at this cool technology we have now, and wouldn't you love to write using a computer, and blah, 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 blah. I have a million questions I could ask, but do you love the beach?
I do. Different beaches I like for different reasons. I think probably the nicest water I've been in was in Cancun, in Cozumel. But I love the beaches in California with all the rocks and everything. But we also like the beaches in Florida. So like I said, different beaches. We've been to some northeast beaches that have the lighthouses and stuff, which are gorgeous. And but you really can't go wrong with beaches.
Do you prefer the beach or the mountains?
The beach.
Kermito says, I would want to meet Scott, and I'd just go on a rant about how inspired I was and how I draw. Psych Trans says, I relate with being awkward with everything I do. The Game Boy Show says, hi, Scott. Just wanted to say that the tips about colored pencils are helping me a lot. Thank you.
Oh, that's great.
Where should I go for advice for my art? That's Cowskid.
What kind of advice?
And Robert says, that makes sense, Scott. Shop talk is more valuable with your contemporaries when you can trade tips and tricks. The ability to talk to artists in other mediums and styles would be far more interesting.
Yeah.
Would you give tips to a beginner of gouache? Cora is asking.
I think if they asked, yeah. Gosh, I think I just need to throw this thing away. It keeps doing that same thing.
Can you do me a favor? Instead of complaining, can you just grab another brush? Nobody wants to hear that.
Don't have...
Oh, come on. You have 487 million paintbrushes and you don't have one you can use?
No, not.
We were just at Plaza yesterday.
I know, but I'm trying to see if I can keep these brushes and make them...
But you're never going to clean them or fix them or use the brush shaper.
I did do the brush shaper.
But it didn't work.
I know, but I tried.
But you should just buy another brush. I mean, who's with me, really? Shouldn't he just buy another brush? Have you been to Washington, Tacoma, a very beautiful place? I have.
I don't think I've been to Tacoma, but I did go to Washington State. We were looking at moving there.
Vancouver. You were in Vancouver.
Vancouver, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't particularly care for lives where you guys ask like personal questions. That's not our favorite thing to do. But we'll answer any art questions you have. See, yeah. Michaela says, buy a new one, Scott. Thank you very much. That's all I'm saying. Get a new brush and stop complaining, for crying out loud. Yeah. Buy a new brush. And then here's the kick in the pants. He has a whole, he uses old candles, believe it or not, as little buckets on his art table. Don't ask me why, people. I don't know. And he's got a whole one of those for brushes that are bad, that he won't use anymore. Why? I have no idea. But here we are.
I like bad things.
Obviously.
why I married you.
I was just going to say that same thing. Oi. Oh no. One Up Girl says, morning, sweet Scott and lovely Dawn. Tis a day of rest for me. Have had a headache since I woke up. Little one is doing some coloring. I'm sorry. That is not fun. I hope you took some medicine for that, because that is not fun when you wake up with a headache. Maybe put a cold cloth on your forehead or an ice pack on your neck. That might help. Narelle says, Scott, just do as Donna says. It's easy. He's never, ever done that. Ever. Marguerite says, I love my brushes. Corner of shame brushes. There you go. That's exactly right. Robert says, but would Scott be as happy buying a new brush rather than just complaining about the current brush? There's a winky emoji that goes along with that comment. I am inclined to go with that comment. Let's see. Cora is in the process of finishing their 5th sketchbook.
Oh, that's great.
And hopes the last page to be a watercolor one. Zosia says, do you have a favorite movie?
The Princess Bride.
Oh, Ursula likes chaos. Scott, don't buy a new brush. Make Donna upset. This does not affect me one bit. All you guys are going to do is listen to him complain. I don't have to paint with it. Would you ever teach an in-person art class?
I never say never. I mean, because I wound up doing we went to Venice, Italy, and I taught a class, but I didn't really teach a class. We sat around and we sketched together, and I don't think I'll get invited to go do that again. But yeah, I'm not really a teacher. It's not really my thing. But I'll never say never.
Ryan says, here on the west coast of Canada, we have all of it. Beaches, mountains, and forests. You guys have Whistler for good skiing. And you have Vancouver Island with the Empress Hotel for tea. I've never gotten to have tea there, but that is on the list. My favorite tea flavor, I like breakfast teas, like a nice black unflavored tea. What are atomic fireballs? I have never heard of them.
Oh, you have not lived, my friend.
Lord have mercy.
These are atomic fireballs. They are cinnamon, and they are fun.
They're are sweet. But here's the problem.
They're hard candies, like a jawbreaker.
Yeah, like a lifesaver. You suck on them. But here's the thing: if you're outside or sitting in a car and
the person while you're talking,
the person next to you, hold on, wait, go ahead, is sucking on a atomic fireball, then your eyes typically tend to water. So because you yourself can smell the cinnamon that strong. I'm just saying. So there you go. I am just starting watercolor painting. What colors should I buy? That's Hansela.
I put a list of my favorite watercolors on my website. If you just go to Art Supplies, Scott's Art Supplies, you'll see the colors that I use. Again, there's not a should. It's you're asking me which ones I use is essentially what you're doing, but there is no right or wrong.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Ryan, I always would eat a little something before you leave, because if somebody's bringing breakfast, they might not bring something that you like. I always go prepared, or bring a granola bar or something, or a banana just in case. You never know. The older I get, the more I like to have a granola bar in my purse. Emma's here.
Hey, Emma.
Yes, you can't get Vanta Black. because first of all, the guy that makes it is a jerk, and second of all, he doesn't sell it to anybody. The other one is, I can't remember which one it's called.
Isn't it the blackest black or something like that?
The Vanta Black is the blackest black.
Oh.
But this one is called, hold on, Donna will bring it up. It is called the Blackest Black, but it's made by Stuart Semple. That's who it's made by. And it's sold out right now, so you can't buy it right now. But there you go. I love these music alphabet series, not necessarily because I love the music from those decades or it's super nostalgic. I'm just a big music nerd. I love learning about new bands and artists. That's good love or ice.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun that way, right? It is
fun. It is fun.
Chowder says, chaos is okay. It can be fun sometimes. You know, it's funny. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes Scott's just in a mood, and so he'll be like running back and forth and doing all the things, and this is just one of those days. Let's see. How do you get acrylic to dry faster? The hairdryer just makes it bubble.
Ooh. I don't know. I've never had... I don't work a lot with acrylics, but I've never had it bubble.
Maybe Bethany would have some ideas because she uses acrylics too. Sky uses the hairdryer to dry it faster so you guys don't have to sit and watch paint dry. Yeah, Steph, get some more coffee, honey. I don't draw, I write. Yeah, Bethany says Stuart Semple makes the ones that can be purchased. He just released Black 4.0 because 3.0 wasn't good enough. I'm just kidding. Oh, Ryan says, my wife has decided to get a tattoo of a raccoon dressed as Wesley Dread Pirate Roberts, framed by buttercups and the statement, as you wish.
Oh, that's cute.
That's so cute. I love that. Oh, that's so cute. How did we meet each other? Oh, God.
It was 1988. 87?
88.
88?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you graduated in 87. Okay.
I did.
1988, and I was working in the fashion jewelry department of Emporium, which is like a department store in San Jose. And Donna's first day at work was working in handbags, which was her favorite thing. And the rest is history.
What do you mean was my favorite thing? Hello?
I'm saying it was serendipitous.
Have you met me?
But yeah, no, we dated for 4 years.
4.5.
And then we've been married for 30. Going on 31.
Like my dad says, we've been married for 30, happily for 1. He used to say that about him and my mom. It was kind of funny. And he'd always laugh because he always thought he was funny.
Yeah. Your mom would roll her eyes and go, oh.
She would. Oh, dear. Oh. I miss my dad. He's goofy. Antisocial Alex, sorry if you answered this already, but what headphones does Scott use when he goes out or in loud places?
Oh, I'm using the
Bose?
The Bose 800.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good. I've been looking at, I guess they just came out with newer ones, so I don't know. But for me, I don't really listen to anything on them. I'll do my phone calls and whatnot, but for the most part, when you see me out in the world wearing them, it's just for the noise canceling.
Let's see. Oh, Ryan says, my wife and her oldest friend who live on the island did a Victoria weekend for their 40th and had tea at the Empress. I need to do that. I want to do that. Oh, no.
What?
when Steph went out of town, there was a tea store where she was going to go visit, and she couldn't go because it was the stuff was sold out, but it closed. How sad. That's just sad. Oh man.
All right, let's get the hair.
It really bothers me that smaller stores are having to close, because rents are going up and this and that. And it's just sad,
Yeah.
I miss we used to have a little tea shop on Main Street in our little town here. And it was the cutest thing. And the woman was getting priced out because of the rent again. And she had to close, and it was so sad because she had the greatest teas, and she was so sweet and so knowledgeable and just really wonderful, and it was just kind of sad. Anyway, have you ever read any manga like One Piece, Naruto, Demon Slayer, etc.?
I never really read manga. I copied the art of Masume Shiro, did Appleseed. But no, never read it. Like, I've got the books, but it was in Japanese, so I just looked at the pictures and copied it.
Dom says, married for 30 years. I'm 31. Oh, God. So I'm old enough to be your mother. That's what you're telling me. As a handbag lover, Donna, what is your most unique bag? Ooh, there's a fun question. Okay, so I like the Dooney and Bork bags. I have several of them, none of which I paid full price for. I always buy my bags on sale. What is my most unique bag? I still have a bag that Scott bought me. It's a leather bag with like a plaid interior that he bought me on our honeymoon in Cancun almost 31 years ago. And I still have it. And I would claim that is my most unique bag.
Probably cost $10 or something.
I don't even remember how much I don't remember. It's
in the market at in Cancun. It probably wasn't.
No, but it's leather.
Yeah.
It's leather and it's lined. It's a beautiful bag. I've used it on and off for the last 30 years. Bethany, we won't talk about the number of bags Donna has in her closet. Oh yeah, we can talk about the bags in my closet. We can talk about so many bags in my closet. Can I do a video about my favorite writing equipment? You know what? Steph Nerd just messaged me and said that I should do a live because everybody's been asking me how I set up my journals. I was going to do a video on how to set up my journals, but Steph was saying I should do a live on setting up my journal, and that way people can ask questions while we're doing it and follow along. So I might do that. I think that could be fun.
Very fun.
Yeah. I have to find out where I would go live. I know I can go live on TikTok.
You can always go live here if you want to. But do you have enough followers on YouTube to go live now?
I don't think I do. I don't know. Let's find out. You need a certain number of hours, don't you?
I don't know. To go live?
How can you not know?
Because I haven't had to worry about it for a couple years.
Whoa! Almost 5,000 subscribers. How is that even humanly possible?
You're charming.
Oh yeah, that's the first thing you'd call me is charming. Holy macaroni. All right, well, let me see if I can go live. That might be fun. I think that would be fun. And then I can show you guys what I use to set up my journals, and we can talk about writing equipment and stuff like that. Have you seen the Sam's Does Art video made about you?
Yes, I did. I if you look in the comments, I live commented as I was watching it. So I'm using Payne's Gray and dark purple for the hair because, again, I want that blackest point of contrast to be in his eyes.
That is a really black dot by the
really
pupil.
kind of draws your attention, though, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
Aside from that, he is not a handsome man.
No.
Ryan says, don't forget that in order to purchase from Stuart Semple, you have to declare that you are not Anish Kapoor. That's the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Marguerite says, use a fan with no heat. I'm assuming that's to dry the acrylics. Huh. I would think that would do the same thing, right? Even if it was just air blowing on it. Lara says, what is more boring than waiting for a painted wall to dry, waiting for a painted canvas to dry?
Yeah.
That's funny. Ball of Lint, which, by the way, that name is hysterical. You are such an inspiration, Scott. Because of you, I have the confidence in my art to go to art school. My auditions are tomorrow. Wish me luck.
Oh, that's good luck.
That's awesome.
Just remember this, and I'm both going to wish you luck and also let you know that whatever happens, just remember, art is subjective. So, I've been rejected for every single art gallery show, for every single contest that I've entered my art in. I mean, just artists and art critics and whatnot. It's subjective, you know? So whatever happens, if it's a good thing, take it. If it's negative, keep moving forward. Don't let that stop you.
Yeah. Ursula says, I love that sometimes when Donna reads the questions, she's happy and Scott is calm, but there are also times when it's the other way around and it's like you can't match your emotions. We have never been equally matched from an emotional perspective. And throw a little menopause in there and forget it. It's okay. Donna can go live and Scott can read her comment stream. Yep. Oh, jeez.
I would be happy to.
Go live, Donna. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can. Do I like scrapbooking? You want a funny story? I actually have a travel journal that is kind of, I don't do a journal like Scott does a journal. Mine is more of a scrapbook. And I have ticket stubs in it, and I have a little printer. I have a Canon Ivy printer that I print pictures in and things like that. And so, yeah, it's kind of it's a traveler's notebook size. So it's about 4 inches by 8 inches. It's skinny and really tall. And yeah, so it's kind of a scrapbook kind of memory thing, travel journal kind of thing. So it's fun. I enjoy it. Mocha Rain says, that's cool. Thanks for sharing. I got one for my birthday and it's a basketball. I love mini unique handbags. Handbags are such a great accessory. Oh, Mocha Rain and I would be besties. We would go shopping and all we would do is stay in the handbag department. I cried the first time I went to the Macy's in New York because the handbag department was an entire city block long and I literally got tears in my eyes. I was so happy. I was like, oh my God. And then I'm going to tell the story about the one that got away. Scott and I in 2000, we did our very first trip overseas. We went to London and Paris on a little tour. And we won't talk about how much luggage I brought at that point, but that's not the point.
We both did.
Oh my God, we packed like that we were never going to be able to get anything on the other side of the world again.
We looked like straight out of Joe versus the Volcano.
We did.
It was like luggage. We had a mini refrigerator that we carried around.
We did. We called the suitcase the refrigerator because it was ridiculous. And the guys putting it on the bus. We're like, what the heck? It's really funny. Anyway, we're in Paris and I see this bag and I did not buy the bag. And to this day, 23 years later, it's the one that got away.
Yeah, I told her, I said, "Are you sure it's no. It's." She did the thing where she goes, "No, it's fine.
It's fine.
I have
It's
enough
too
bags.
expensive.
It's
I
fine."
don't need another bag." And
Yeah, 'cause,
doggone it, I should.
We're gonna be in
I
Paris
should have bought
again.
So, newsflash: ever since then, if there's been a bag and I have wanted the bag, I have bought the bag because, dude, I may never come back.
If you're traveling and you see something,
I'm buying the bag. I'm telling you. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you guys are getting a lot of stories today. Did Scott cry when he saw the block long handbag display too, for different reasons, of course? I do remember you saying something to the effect of, I think I'm just going to go wait over here, or I'll be somewhere else. Or, I don't know. It didn't matter at that point because I was already gone. Like, I saw the bags and I just went. Mo Korean says, I've seen a pineapple handbag that was blinged out. It was so sparkly. I really think I can trace my love of handbags back to my dad's mom. She would come over and she would have these bags, and they would have, like, I remember distinctly this one bag, and it was like a straw bag with this owl on the front of it, and it had all of these sparkly, like, you know, they were probably like not rhinestones, but like really cheap, like plastic stones. And I was just obsessed with it. I literally remember sitting in front of this bag going, wow, this is so pretty. And I think that was the birth of my love of handbags. Hi, Scott. I love your drawings, and I'm here from India. That's Shibu Uchiha.
Hello.
What brand of gouache should I get to play with as a beginner?
As a beginner, I would recommend the Himi Gouache, and there should be a link to the ones I tried on the art supplies I've tried section. But that's what I would recommend.
Yeah. Nicole, wow, that bag, the bag that haunts you. That is correct. The bag that haunts me. Scott, please move the palette when you need to paint at a different angle, please. Where do you want it moved?
Yeah, where would you like it?
Can you also move the painting a little bit to the... Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. Is that better? Ocean, does that help you? I just joined in and we're all talking about bags. Somebody asked about that. Robert says, my wife and kidlet pack like they're moving. That is how we used to pack. That is correct. Yeah, that is 100% correct. Ryan says, plastic bags have been outlawed here in British Columbia, so they have those reusable fabric bags. Everyone forgets to take them in the store, so we have 1,000 of them. I also have 1,000 of them, but I do take them into the store. I just have 1,000 of them because I love them. I'm obsessed with tote bags. And Bethany, no comment from you on how many I have or how many I've given you. No comment. Marguerite says, pack light so you can bring home more treasures. My brother wore old clothes, shoes, and ditched them in Paris at the end of his trip. That's so funny. Have you seen the movie Willow with Warwick Davis?
I did. I watched it when I was younger, when it originally came out, and I liked it. I tried rewatching it with my boys, and I didn't like it. We tried watching the series, and it was like, I don't know. I feel bad because I really had fond memories of it, but it was just one of those things that I felt didn't hold up.
There are a few of those.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Thank you for all the joy, Scott, says someone on the internet.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Ocean's worried about it getting the paint getting on your arm. I don't think you have to worry about that today. He's got paint everywhere.
I got paint all over.
Everywhere today. Locked HK says, my friends always call me the overprepared one because I bring everything. Okay, that is not a bad trait. I have a bag in my purse that you could live out of my purse for like a week. I have every medicine you could ever need.
All right, let's do this.
Can we swear here? We'd prefer that you didn't.
But thank you for asking.
Yeah, thank you for asking. Kermito says, my mom has a ton of handbags when she's a high schooler. Now I got a whole stash of bags from the 1980s. Ooh, that's lovely. What kind of gouache would you recommend for advanced painters? I've been struggling to find some for a while. This is for my daughter. Thanks. That's Avni Dev.
Well, I'm using Winsor & Newton. Mm-hmm. I love them. But I can't say I've tried other professional brands. Mm-hmm. I like Winsor & Newton as a brand. I trust them. I trust that the paints are going to last a long time. They're doing really good on my light fastness test. So that would be my recommendation.
Scott would not have any tips for clay, Gracie, because he hasn't...
I haven't used it.
Yeah, he hasn't used it.
I'd like to learn one day.
You would indeed. Maybe that will be on our list of things to do.
I did not think I would be painting ACDC.
I didn't either.
You know?
He is not a handsome man, I'll tell you that much. Hello from Argentina, says Maria. I love your artwork and they are stunning.
Thank you very much.
Let's see. Hey, Scott and Donna from South Africa.
Hello.
What would you say is the most beginner-friendly art medium?
Pencil and paper.
Mm-hmm. Why doesn't Scott like to host art competitions?
I don't like competitions for art. You know, to say that one art is better than another, don't like it. I just, you know, it's like a beauty contest. You know, I just think that judging someone's looks or their art or their talents against others is just not something that is in any way helpful to anybody. Mm-hmm. I just don't think so. Everybody's art, we'll go back to beauty contests. You know, to say that, say you have 50 beautiful women, to say that the person who came in 50th is in any way like they're loved, they're gorgeous, they're, you know what I'm saying, like it just, and the same thing, you have 50 people putting in art, the person who comes in 50th is going to feel like I'm the worst artist in the world.
100% correct.
But all of their art is beautiful, just like all of the people who enter a beauty contest are beautiful. So I don't see the benefit of it, and I don't see, there's no way, it's not like a sport. It's hockey. The one who wins scores the most goals wins. It's definitive. It's incalculable. You know, like you can't deny it.
Even in hockey, you could have a bad day.
No, of course, but
it's not subjective.
It's not subjective,
right?
You know, and that's the thing that I'm just. That's why I don't do it. I don't feel that is...
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly.
Like we'll both go into an art gallery or a museum and I'm drawn to one type of painting and Scott's drawn to something completely different.
Yeah.
Does that mean because I don't paint that my view on art is any less valid or important than his? No. It's not. It's just, this is what I like. This is what I'm drawn to. And really, guys, isn't that the whole most important point? Is that there's art out there that makes everybody happy. There's different... There's techniques and there's things you can learn from other people. But, I mean, really, come on, you know? I mean, art is art. And if you're drawn to something like ACDC... Okay, maybe I like one or two songs, but apparently a lot of people really wanted to see Scott paint him. I would have preferred Scott to paint somebody else. But see how everybody has a different thing. And I don't like to draw, but I like to write. And I enjoy setting up a journal. I enjoy taking things with me and writing about how I feel about things. You know?
Yeah.
It's just everybody has a different thing. The Invisible Riddler wants to know how you deal with stress.
The second time we got asked that today.
You guys are maybe a little stressed.
So the thing about stress that I've found is that I've given myself the grace to walk away, and I think that's something that a lot of people haven't. And I know you can't always, could be a job that you have to keep. It could be family members that you're young and you have to stay with that family member or something.
Or a wife that you can't walk away from because she follows you around the house.
Yeah, but I get it. I really do. But take control of your life. Move away from the things that are causing you stress. It could be, a classroom. It could be people. It could be, you don't have to keep putting yourself in stressful situations.
Well, sometimes they have to find a way to mitigate the stress in the middle of where they are.
Yeah.
If you're working a job, you can't just walk away if you have a job to do.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. There are times where you have no choice, but I'm just saying if you can, and a lot of times stress are things that you can take control over. And yes, it does get easier as you get older.
When you get to be a 50-year-old woman, you just don't give to.
Yeah, but we have a little more control over that than we used to. Yeah. And that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. But
that being said, Scott didn't mitigate a lot of the things that he's been dealing with until very recently.
Yeah.
He didn't start wearing headphones until very recently. He didn't start, doing a lot of things until recently. So that being said, it's not ever too late to make changes that will make your life better. It's like, I bought this pair of shoes and they hurt my feet, but I bought the shoes. Well, but they hurt your feet and you're going to get blisters.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to yourself intentionally when you can just go buy a new pair of shoes?
A lot of stress is because you're doing something because you think that that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Oh, God. Yes. And I should do this.
Yeah, I should be doing this, or I should like this. So it's like, like in my situation, it's, everybody else likes going to concerts, so I should like going to concerts. Mm-hmm. And I didn't. I hated it. I hate the noise. I hate crowds. I hate parties. And you want to fit in, so you keep putting yourself into situations that make you miserable. And then you get more miserable that you're miserable, and it's just self-perpetuating. Mm-hmm. So learn to do what's best for you and your body and your mental health.
Let's see. My father works at a retirement home, and sometimes residents leave their stuff when they move out, so he let me keep this awesome vintage handbag from the 60s.
Oh, that's great.
Ooh, I bet that's beautiful. Yes, my purse is a TARDIS. That is 100% correct. Yeah. I always think that I would like it to be a TARDIS, or like Hermione's bag that she put the charm on that you could just put everything in and it would still be cute and small.
Or Mary Poppins bag.
Oh, God, I want Mary Poppins bag so bad. Gail says, competitions bring out the worst in people. My high school art teacher entered a pencil piece I did into the school's contest. Someone smeared an area of it because I got first prize.
Oh, God.
See, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. People are so stressed because they know Donna is watching.
I think you're mistaking Donna for Santa Claus.
Yeah. I mean, I do know Santa.
And Santa would never want anybody to be stressed.
I don't think he would either. Yes, Marguerite, shoulding on yourself. I should do this, I should do that. Doesn't do you any good. Do you still use the white gel pen sometimes for your gouache paintings?
Really not for my gouache paintings. That's more of a watercolor thing.
Scott, what's your favorite band?
Gosh, it changes, but right now I'll just say Def Leppard.
Howard says, hey, both of you, I hope you're doing well. I just want to say thank you for doing what you're doing. It has helped me realize that my art isn't a chore. It's supposed to be fun and enjoyable. Love from the UK.
Oh, thank you, Howard.
I am so glad that you're enjoying it. I am so glad, because that's what that's for.
We have a friend named Howard in the UK.
You do indeed. We do.
We haven't heard from him in a while.
Are we allowed to discuss who we voted for in the polls? Sure.
Yeah.
As long as you're nice about
Yeah,
it.
it's not a political poll or anything.
Yeah. Who are you drawing right now for those who are new to your stream?
This is Angus Young from ACDC, who ACDC won the poll for the 90s, believe it or not. And yeah, that black really pops, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, big time. I do like that it's not a white outline this time. I do like that it's like a soft yellow kind of outline.
Yeah, keeping it with the warms.
Yeah. No, but it's a nicer way to do it, I think, with gouache. One of the comments was saying how this is a very, very different process than your watercolor.
It is. It really is. And, you know, I've been wanting to start another larger watercolor piece like I did with the Gothic Vampire. And I'm having a very hard time switching over. And I don't know if I can. I really don't.
What is your least favorite video?
Of mine?
I'm assuming of the ones that you've done.
I don't know. When it comes to least favorites, I usually tend to not remember them.
Scott brings watercolors when we travel. He doesn't bring gouache. Bethany tried to bring gouache all the way to Venice.
Wasn't it Hemi gouache?
Yeah, it was Hemi gouache.
Oh,
tell everybody how that went, girlfriend.
The little pudding cups.
I'm stunned you put that in a suitcase. Stunned. Oh. Yes, Scott's used oil pastels. Not his favorite things in the world. I prefer art critique where you learn from someone else about your work and are judged on your progress rather than on others.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between somebody saying I like something versus I don't like something, and somebody saying, hey, you might want to look at this, or asking for help and saying I'm having trouble with eyes, I'm having trouble with shadows, and getting help that way. I think helping each other is different than critiquing somebody.
Yeah.
You know? I think helping is better. My bird has joined the live and is drinking what I like to call bird tea. He just has some unsweetened tea in a cup and is falling asleep to your live.
Oh.
That's so cute.
Well, I think we're done.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because you're 6 minutes early and you swore you would not be able to finish.
And we did the little test too. So
You were all over the place today.
I'm hoping that I'm just going to get better at this the more I do it. And I'm keeping it very loose, as you can see. So
you are indeed.
You know, let me just add a little bit of...
The poll is not on the community page. The poll is on our websites.
Yeah.
And I think Bethany put a link in to the polls. Yeah.
Let me blow dry real quick.
Wait, hold on. Let me unmute. Okay, there. Go ahead. I have seen TARDIS handbags. I only wish that they actually were bigger on the inside than they are in reality. Okay, Bon Jovi is not going to be painted next that I'm aware of.
Remember, I did paint Bon Jovi for the 80s.
Do you like Journey the band?
I did. Painted them too for the 80s.
Seriously, who doesn't like Journey? I think the outline is a bit like a vanilla color. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Blow dryer.
Hold on. Milky Way, there's a whole playlist on markers And there are some great ones about blending with the Ohuhu markers. So if you check that out, that should help you there. But you'll be able to find that. It's actually really, there's some really good blending videos in there. Boy, everybody has a million different things they want you to paint. Steph Nerd just put in vote for your favorite 90s artists. There's a link in the chat, so you guys can vote for who you want Scott to paint next. Let's see. You guys are funny. I know I haven't posted videos in a while. You're sweet. They love watching my videos. I think I might actually try to do a live. I'm going to see if I can go live. Let me look into that today, and I will do a live on setting up. I actually went and bought journal supplies from Target and journal supplies from the dollar store. And I was going to compare all of those and do a setup in each one of those and in my Archer and Olive notebook. So I was going to show all of that. And I'm going to be really honest with you. I was stunned at the quality and the quantity of supplies you can get at the dollar store.
Yeah, Donna was saying I need to go there.
Yeah, I really think you do. I think you need to go at least go look at the paintbrushes because I was really shocked. I mean, stickers and washi tape and pens that I have bought on jet pens, that cost 3 times the price. So I really, really would like to do that. So let me see if I can go live. If I can't go live, I'm definitely going to do a video on that. And my plan is to do more videos. It's just been very busy with shipping and everything else. I just have to get myself on a schedule to do that. When are you talking about working on the next large piece? I think
today.
It was the drag. Oh, you're going to start it today.
Yeah. So
are you going to share it with people when you do it?
Yeah, I'm going to record it, but I think it might be something that I'm going to do, like not during the lives because I have these to do.
Okay. So there you go.
All right, everybody.
This is the 90s.
Believe it or not, ACDC kicks off the 90s.
Go figure. You can still vote if we haven't painted it yet, and by we, I do not mean me.
A is closed.
Yep.
The rest are open.
Yep. So there you go. So
buttons.
Yeah, so buttons. It is 10:29, and you are still noodling.
Because I'm just waiting for you.
Oh, okay. So we're officially done.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I can't wait for journaling, like writing a diary. Yes. Well, no, it doesn't have to be.
You'll talk about it during your live. Yeah,
you can journal about a whole lot of other things. So let me see when I can go live. Maybe I'll try to go live this weekend. And maybe maybe we'll do an evening live this weekend. Let me see if I can. And then I will post it on my community channel if I'm going to go live. And we'll do that. Were you considering doing another collab with Kim Diaz-Holm?
Oh, yeah, I did a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And I haven't made the video of it yet. We did Pinktober. But yes, we're going to do it monthly. Mm-hmm. I'm also setting up a dual live with Max Randolph, the blacksmith.
Oh, that's right. With Max.
Yeah.
Love Max. He is the sweetest. Okay, great. All right. So I will see if I can do a live this weekend, and then we'll go from there.
Have a wonderful weekend, everybody.
Yeah, have a fantastic Friday, you guys.
We love you.
We will see you Monday for sure, and maybe this weekend.